Start braking right after the kink and use both apex curbs. Keep it flat until right before the asphalt stripe on the right. Brake and prepare the entry for the following right-hander to make it flat. For turn 8, use the darker asphalt as a marker and flick the car in. Try to get on the throttle as early as possible for the long straight. And don't forget to use DRS. For the first chicane on the Mulsanne straight, brake right after the 100 metre board and try to get a very good exit. Remember to activate DRS as soon as possible. The second chicane will be the exact same procedure as the first chicane. Be careful with DRS while still going over the slight crest. For turn 17, come in wide and brake hard right down to first gear. Use the exit curb to get the best exit. If you have trouble with braking, adjust the brake bias rearward until turn 22. For the Indianapolis corner, close the DRS for the right-hand kink, stay to the right and brake hard after the kink. Use the camber and get to the left for turn 22. Brake hard on the curb to the left, be careful on the exit to prepare for the last long straight of this lap. For the first of the Porsche curves, brake into 6th gear right when the track snaps slightly to the right and goes up a bit more. Snap the car in and use all of the front end grip you have. Use the next 2 flat corners to stay to the left for the next braking. Tap the brakes before the lamppost on the right to get on the power as early as possible. Tap the brakes again at the tyre barrier on the right and snap the car to the left. The double chicane at the end can be very tricky. Brake right after the pit entry and just try to carry a lot of minimum speed over the curbs of the first chicane while getting to the right for the second chicane. Go over the last 2 curbs and back onto full power over the finish line. General tips. Be careful with DRS through the flat sweeping turns 1, 4 and 5. The rear gets very light and I would recommend just closing the DRS there in the race. Use brake bias to your advantage if you experience trouble in braking. Beware of the low tyre temperatures after being on one of the long straights, you will have less grip than you would expect. Slipstream will be key in the race. Use it to draft off your opponents and play the mind game, since you will often be overtaken on the straight if you overtake too early.